So I've been to a lot of conventions in my life. And my parents did Amway when I was 19.
Okay.
And then I joined. So then I was doing a business. And I think what I loved the most was every time they went to a convention, every time they went to these events, to these meetings, and they heard stories and they heard like all these things about positive thinking, and they started reading these books and they started listening to these tapes, because back then we didn't have the CDs. It was like everything was on cassette tape, like these stories and motivation, like how people did it. My parents started changing and they started thinking big, because they were renters for the longest time, thinking that they could not have a house, but they were paying just as much as rent as for a mortgage, and they didn't think it was possible. And I feel like that being exposed to all that helped shift their mindset and help them to dream and to think bigger and to even work on their own personal development. And it was cool for me because I was young, so it was a positive influence on me too. And then I was exposed to all that because I went to the conventions with them and went to these meetings and heard all these things speaking, and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, this is great. But it was interesting because it totally conflicted with what they teach you in school. And then I was taking my college class. I was like, okay, but none of this matches up. Like, it's not in alignment with what they're saying here. So it was interesting to see both sides of that. And I do feel like even in our education system, they don't really teach people to be business owners. They don't teach people like
They want
create your own
employees.
startup company, create your own business. They want employees or go work for a company that's already existing. And I feel like that's very much how college structures things. And for a lot of people, this is good. This is what they want. That makes them happy. It was never something that made me happy. I didn't want the typical 9 to 5. I wasn't looking for that. I love to travel. I like to have time for the things I like, and I didn't want to do a job that felt like a job, that I would be like, oh, I don't want to go today. I wanted to do something that I like, that makes me happy, or that doesn't feel like a job.
I know.
And so yes, I feel like that was good. And in every convention I've been to, I feel like you come back changed. And every trip I take, I feel like I come back changed. And it just helps open your mindset, helps you to think differently. Sometimes it's just one little thing that somebody said, and it's like a total, oh my God, yes, that's it. Or it's just something you're thinking in the back of your head, but you kind of like leave it in the closet there, and then somebody says it and it validates it, and you're like, yes, okay, it wasn't a crazy idea. Like that's validated, right? Like those are good things. And that's what I like about the convention, because even, before going to ours, my husband's like, oh, why are you going? And I was like, oh, because it's good. This is going to be positive thinking, motivation, excitement. And even for this business, or even my regular professional life, I go, this is good for me. This is good for me. And it has been. So, yeah, I love it.
I know not not everything is fit for everyone, but for sure one thing is about the convention. Even if you don't succeed, not you, generally, even if a person doesn't succeed in this business, being in this kind of business, it totally shifts your mindset. At least win that, and that will help you win anything else in life. Because I know for sure that 4 years ago, it's a totally different person than who I am today. So that is already big win.
Okay.
Plus, in the convention, you get a chance to see the work ethics. You can see the inside things, the culture. You can see how corporate works with you. You see how corporate treats you, because
They value everybody.
exactly, they helped with everyone. They didn't have security or other things. They didn't keep you at the distance. You can go speak with anybody. You waited for a person to come out of the toilet to talk to her, and it's like everybody is open.
Yeah, I like that a lot. But it was also cool to see other people having success. It kind of makes your stereotype melt away. Like, oh, that they already have to be successful with other things to achieve this, and they don't.
Yep.
I mean, the one lady was like from Alabama, was like super producer. She never even left her state before this business. Like, she had her small house, like she just, she was a very average, normal American person.
Yep.
Like, there was nothing different from her. She didn't have anything different. It's just, I just feel like people have the desire and they put that work in, and it's that persistence. and then keeping focus on your dream. Like, oh, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make a change. And then it just happens. And then it kind of explodes.
Another secret is to work on your dream long enough. Long enough, because your dream deserves to work on it long enough. And it will happen. Because if you just dream for 1 day or 2 days and take actions 2-3 days, obviously it cannot happen right away. Be persistent with your dream. Follow your dream and work for it, and it will happen.